Hello, everyone. Dr. Ford here. Been asked to make a quick series of recordings around how does Zoom work with the learning management system world. Now, I'm going to be using Canvas because that's the one I have access to, but this is our LTI 1.3 integration, which means it will work with Canvas, Sakai, Moodle, Desire to Learn, Blackboard, Schoology. Okay, you get the idea. It's available at marketplace.zoom.us. Let me share the screen real quickly, and we'll dive right in. Now, the reason I'm making a series of these is because I want you to be able to go back and kind of process each part. And if you're kind of following along with your own setup, maybe it would help you as a tutorial as well. So right here are the modules for my class. We see announcements, we see assignments, discussions. And one of the modules is this Zoom LTI plugin. What does it do for me? Well, let's click here and find out. Now, as we go into this process, I want you to know that this plugin touches Zoom in several different areas, and you may not have access to all of them, but Zoom meetings, Zoom chat, Zoom whiteboards, Zoom phone, Zoom spaces or rooms. We'll look at how each one of those kinds of intersects with this, and that's part of the reason that we'll be kind of chopping it up. So I teach a couple of sections right this second of Music Appreciation over at the college. We've got one that's the full 18 weeks, 16 weeks, and the one that's 8 weeks. And so my 8-week section is about to start. And here's what I will do. I will come into my learning management system and I will click schedule a new meeting. Like I said, I teach Music Appreciation, so we'll call it that. The plugin here in Canvas is section and group aware. So for the live meeting, if I want multiple sections to come together, I could choose them here. Obviously, I only have one section. This is the class that I teach for educators, so it's sort of a demo class. I just have the one section here, but I do have group aware as well. So if this meeting is for a particular group of students, I can just invite that group into this meeting. That's for the live. For the on-demand, once again, it is section and group aware. And if you don't put anything in here, by default, it's going to be this particular section that this course shell is engaging with. That's who's going to be able to join the live meeting. That's who's going to be able to watch the on-demand content as well. When does this meeting happen? We'll pretend that it starts today, maybe at 11 o'clock. We'll make it an hour long. I'm going to make it a recurring meeting. Don't know what the cadence is for your live class meeting, but most of mine are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Thursday. If you're in a K-12 environment, maybe 5 days a week. Now you're saying, well, Lance, why would I use Zoom in a K-12 environment? Because all the students are here. Listen, Zoom is a powerful tool, whether the students are physically in the room or whether they are remotely joining you. We can talk about some of that as a part of this series as well. So either way, now when is it going to be over? Well, end of semester. Mine is May the 17th. What specific space have I been assigned, and does it have a Zoom room in it? Well, if it does, then we can actually choose that space as the location for the meeting. This is really powerful. I want you to keep this kind of in the back of your mind as we go through this series. I've put this room here for a very specific purpose, not just because it's the room we're in. Okay, more on that later. Do we want to apply a template that's been assigned to me? Do I need to have a waiting room? What about authenticated users versus unauthenticated users? Obviously, students are going to authenticate to the learning management system, and so this is what gets them into this class to begin with. Do I want participants to be muted? Do I want them to be able to join before the host? The reason that one's ticked is because I do have to have that for my room to come in. Do I want to pre-assign breakouts? If so, I can use those course groups from Canvas as the starting point for my breakout. So I'm going to do that. Let's choose that we're going to record this meeting, and we'll record it in the cloud. The reason I want to record it in the cloud is because I want my students to be able to access it without me having to upload it. We'll look at that here in just a minute. I'll hit save. And now here in the learning management system, student logs into Canvas. First thing they see underneath Zoom with Dr. Ford is our upcoming meeting list. Now, they don't have a start, obviously, they have a join, and they do not have a delete either. However, if they have subscribed to the calendar inside Canvas, they do have access to those same meetings as well. I mean, right alongside when is the test, blah, 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 blah. All that sort of information in the calendar, all the upcoming meetings are listed here too. Let's fast forward into March. Okay, there's our Monday, Wednesday, Friday cadence. Now, when I hover over this, remember I'm logged in as a teacher, so I'm going to have a delete and an edit. They're only going to have a join. The reason that deleting and editing is important for me is because maybe I need to shift a time for a particular meeting. I'm on the road for a couple of weeks this semester. Going to have to be teaching this class from my laptop instead of my room. What's that going to look like for me? Well, again, I will come into class, I'll hit the module, and then we will immediately, instead of joining it from the classroom, we'll just start it right here from my laptop. So I do have that option as well. Now, what we've done so far is we've talked about where that schedule lives, some of the features of scheduling, being able to access the schedule meeting through the learning management system. The next recording, we're going to dive into the classroom side of this. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.